Right, Mick, 2-1 home win to continue the 100% record, but should the scoreline have been a lot more comfortable in the end?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good game. They should never be in the game the second half. We should have been out of sight. We had that many chances, obviously a couple disallowed. I thought we were very good. We've just got to be a little bit more ruthless in front of goal. But yeah, there'll be another game we'll play someone, they'll get battered for 6 or 7. Because it could have been, we should have been out of sight, to be fair. We really created a lot of chances. But you can kind of be ruthless in front of goal, you've got to be resilient. The goal was a mistake, which is unlike us, and it's really disappointing to concede our first goal of the season. But we responded really well. I mean, they got their tails up, but we were very resilient to work. You know, they were just trying to pump balls in the box, but we were good. We defended well. I thought Jack was outstanding all night, and I thought Damon was outstanding as well. Back four in the first half were very good against a very, very lively front three.
Yeah, and you mentioned the chance creation tonight. There was a lot more chances than the scoreline suggests. But was there also maybe a few too many situations where you'd got the ball out wide? It was kind of a developing chance, but the ball wasn't quite right.
Well, you get that as well, don't you? You kind of we're not in the Premier League, so everything's not perfect. So I wouldn't be critical of what the lads do. At the end of the day, we created an awful lot of good chances. I mean, the keeper's pulled off a couple of good saves. Certainly won the first half from Amma. There's one clear off the line that Graham's had. Michael and Graham, I think this chance has gone over the bar. Ollie should have scored in the second half. He scored an absolute brilliant goal, but he should have buried another one. So we've kept them in the game, to be fair.
Yeah, and you look at this game, and I'd say it's kind of a very different game to what Saturday was. Saturday, where CM kind of tried to get a result in a different way by sitting back and frustrating you. Wickham, even though you've had a lot more of a ball, they did try and come out and attack when they did get the ball. So is it kind of encouraging that you've come through two very different games, both with a win?
It's good to win like this, to be tested. Now it's over, we can say that, but I mentioned it already, we were resilient when we were up against it. That's the first time we've had that this season, where there's 10-15 minutes to go and the team are pushing to try and get something out of the game. And backs the wall stuff. We changed the midfield a little bit to go more defensive, to see it out. And that was pleasing that we'll win the battles in there. They didn't have a shot the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes. They were pumping balls forward. That was that. And then we're managing the game in the closing stages, in the corner, we're being sensible. But then again, when you've got players of the experience of Michael and whatnot up there, they'll do that, which is pleasing. So yeah, it's a different way to win. We've showed we can be resilient. We've showed we can see things out, and we've never had that test. Yeah,
and a bit on the game management, because eventually we did kind of start taking the ball into the corner. But at first, when Whickham pulled a goal back, they were still attacking. They didn't, the Hebburn lads didn't kind of go inside the shell and not try and create chances.
No, we didn't want them to do that. We wanted to go and get the third, because there was always a third goal in it, so we should have had that. But when it comes to the last 4 or 5 minutes, it would be very naive to then just keep going on the front foot. You take what you've got, and you manage the game, which we did very well. So there's lots of positives that we've seen in that group tonight. I know for a fact, a year ago, we would have blew that.
And just a little bit on Potter, he's come off early with a little bit of an injury, I presume, but the fact he tried to initially play on, I'm kind of assuming it's not too serious.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad, but we'll just see how he is and manage it. But there's an awful lot of games in a short period of time, so you have to be careful. And obviously Tom's been sensible, he's felt it, and he's come off. I would have thought Saturday's going to be too soon for him regardless. If you come off on a Tuesday night, it's unlikely, with that type of little tweak, it's unlikely that you're going to play on a Saturday, but we'll see.
And finally, just on Saturday, bigging it up as kind of the biggest game of the season so far.
No. I think everyone's thinking that because that's who we're playing the Vars, but it makes no difference. It will be the biggest game because it's the next one. But then next Wednesday's game against North Shields will be the biggest one because that's that game, and so it goes. So it is what it is. But no, it's just the next game.